Good morning. Today is the official anniversary of the Hall of Distinguished Gentlemen. The hall was started 11,763 years ago by a man named Shlomo. Shlomo had realized that while working at his falafel stand at the base of the pyramid, and I mean really the base, they were only like 3 rows up at the time of Shlomo. He said people had to stop all the time in the middle of what they were doing and pick sand out from between their toes. After putting up with this for a long time, Shlomo thought, gotta be some other way around this. So he thought. And we're rolling up the sleeve one day. He said, wait a minute, maybe I can do something with this. So he cut the sleeve off of his tunic and he put it on his foot. Cut the other sleeve off the other side. He put it on his foot. This didn't work out quite well for us because there was a hole at the end of it. And quite simply, the arms were too long and he just spent a lot of time flapping around the breeze. One day somebody stepped on his foot sleeve as he was going by and he said, wait a minute, what if I close this up? So he did. Over time, Shlomo was trying to come up with different materials to make the socks, until he finally settled on fine Egyptian cotton, which was just there all the time. He tried horsehair originally, camel hair. He tried silk. Nothing really put up with the sand on the Giza Plateau, I think is what they call it. Anyway, Shlomo had difficulty trying to get people accepted at times. People don't like change. After 10 years, Shlomo was now operating a chain of falafel stores all over. There was 3 million people in there building the pyramid, so Shlomo became quite wealthy. But still he kept working at his sock idea. Finally, he asked a man one day if he could would you please just try it? So he did. Well, this man was the president of the local stoneworkers union, local number 1. He tried them on, put his sandals on, and marveled at the difference of how he hardly had to stop all day long to pick sand out of his toes. And then he ordered all his union members to stop buying Shlomo socks. Eventually, Shlomo's sons took over. They opened up a factory to make the socks, which was immediately unionized. Sock Makers Union, local number 1. Shlomo burned the factory down and reopened it in Syria. Shlomo didn't like unions, apparently. Anyway, couldn't completely burn it down because it's 11,000 years ago and everything was made of stone. But anyway, Shlomo eventually passed away. And in generation after generation after generation, took up the mantle and continued to produce the socks. This has been going on for 11,000, what did I say, was it 576 years? I don't know, something like that. And to this day, people are still wearing socks. But now the Hall of Distinguished Gentlemen is here to help the people who are needy, whoever they are, men, women, children, dogs, cats, whoever needs socks and they can't afford it. Buy a package of socks and just drop them off at a shelter. As I said before, probably cost you about pack of cigarettes would cost you, but nobody really smokes anymore, I guess. I don't know. Cost you about, I don't know, one of them fancy coffees and a biscuit. I don't know. Think about it. Is your drawer full of socks? Do you have any problem getting socks? There are people out there. Try not to discriminate. The media likes to portray people who are in need of, let's see, as drug-addled fools. Not true, really. I mean, yeah, there is a problem with addiction. But not everybody ended up in the positions they ended up in because of that. Not everybody did. I always believe that everybody's just one step away from being there as well. Now, maybe you think I'm wrong. I don't care what you think. There's people out there that need them. Karen keeps dropping off pairs as she walks to work. And it's funny, some of the people say, no, absolutely not, or whatever, I don't know, pride or whatever. Most of the time, they're very, very, very grateful. You know, I usually bring a bag at least once a month of various items. I'm sorry. I always get fucking yawny when I... So Father Bills. And we do the Boston Relief Center, or whatever it's called in there. Karen's going to be dropping off a whole bunch of stuff because we don't just do socks now. You know, where I purchase everything is pretty good. So I've actually been donating watches because one day I just got this idea in my head that not everybody has a cell phone, knows what time it is. And the watches I can get are pretty inexpensive, but they work. So she's going to be dropping some of them off. Plus, last year I got a really good deal on those. I always call them the marathon blankets. Those silver blankets, they give them out to people. She's going to be dropping a bunch off there. I got a really good deal on those ones. And I always say really good deals because I want to be able to give to as many people as possible. A lot of people are doing quite well in this economy. I pretty much flatlined my my wealth making my entire life. I don't know. Anytime the economy was good, I was somewhere where it didn't help me. But anyway, so that's what it is. Very basic. Socks. Shlomo would have been very happy. He still probably wouldn't have liked unions though. But one of the things, and I never mentioned before, I watched the show. Bob, I'm gonna say loves, not the other thing. Bob Hart's Abishola, and he makes socks. He makes, I guess they're diabetic compression socks or something like that. But that's what the whole family business is, socks. I watch it. It cracks me up. It really is funny. Really, really cracks me up. I'm gonna yawn again. What the hell? Oh, I think it's psychosomatic. Anyway, any way you can help, contribute, send us a couple bucks. Every single penny goes to buy this stuff and is given away. We also donate, what do you call it? Chapstick, sunscreen. Might get into hats this winter. I bought some before, I bought a pack of 4 to see what they were like, and they were actually pretty good, pretty warm, but we'll see. It all depends on the prices I can get, because I'm mainly doing this on my own. But anyway, just try to think about somebody else. I do once in a while. It's a lovely Wednesday morning. Getting the juice on Friday, though. We're off for a weekend away. Saturday. To cleanse our minds. Oh, God, I don't think anything can cleanse my mind. But anyway, just keep it in mind, okay? The Hall of Distinguished Gentlemen. Huzzah!